All right, so welcome Elaine to the Zoom room again for another Art of Letting Go session. So let's have a look at our email for today again, as we normally do, and we'll then go into the lesson. And we've got 8 paragraphs of text today to do so.
Yeah.
All right.
Just quickly, I've got just 2 minutes just to do this message, just an urgent message. So I'll organize.
Okay. All right, so we're just going to wait 2 minutes. One lane to be ready. And then if you could put it off, it's just useful not to be disturbed. Are you ready yet tonight?
Just in one moment. Yeah, just finishing the call.
All right, Elaine, we really need to crack on with it because we're live and recording. Okay, so I'm going to start.
Yeah,
You ready?
yeah.
Okay. Let's try not doing that when we gone live. I don't mind before, but it just we just had
Oh, I didn't
3 minutes.
realize. I should have
We've
done
gone
it
live,
before you
so
put the recording on. Yeah,
exactly.
sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah,
just
no problem.
and
Yeah,
then try and put your phone off so that there are no interruptions in the session. It's just part of the well, it's about clearing the space for this, isn't it?
yeah.
Not letting all the distractions come in. Okay, so let me share the screen. Go. All right, so if you can read the quote for us by
Yeah.
John F. Kennedy today.
As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them.
Hmm. So this is from John F. Kennedy, President of the United States. He's quite a visionary leader. He inspired the nation and the world with his ideas, and eventually died for them. He was assassinated for various reasons connected to those visions. To inspire you to express your gratitude to your source and its extensions, which is all your mighty companions and all the other forms of life you encounter on your hero's journey through life. So it's to live by these words, which is what integrity is. We were just actually talking about it in our expression. That lady didn't pay you, and she's saying, well, she's into Jesus and being all pious, and then she doesn't pay you. It's like, well, you're not living by your words, are you?
No.
Which is called hypocrisy. It's like you say one thing and you do another. Lack of integrity, hypocrisy, and Yeshua said, even addressed it. He said, "You hypocrite! You're attacking someone else and saying to them, take the log out of your eye." He said, "But take the speck out of your eye." In other words, fix. There's a fault with you. He said, "Look, take the log out of your own eye before you look at someone else. So do your own homework and house cleaning first. Take responsibility, in other words, for the state of your own mind and for your words and your actions that come out of the mind." And that is the true gratitude. If you can live by them, then that's gratitude to God. It's gratitude to your brothers. So you might ask, well, what's the best way to express that gratitude? Your answer, as always with matters involving the truth, should be obvious, but it's obscured to most people by their busy minds. So let's do a little exercise now. Close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose. And just contemplate the answer to this question. What is the best way to express that gratitude to your brothers, almighty companions, and all life, and the source of all that life? What is the best way to express your gratitude to them and to the source of all life? Breathe in again. Just feel like you're breathing in the very essence of this source of life, the life essence that you are. And see what comes to you. And then open your eyes. So what came to you then?
Nothing.
Okay, interesting. Just an emptiness, a space, spacious awareness.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And you?
Well, I was speaking, so I wasn't fully in it, but yeah, that is actually the answer, and no words to express it, but really that in that awareness were you peaceful and happy?
For just a moment, because I've had, obviously a chaotic hour.
Hmm. Hmm. So you found some openness and some spacious awareness.
Just for that, moment, because like I say, I've had a
Oh,
bit of a
oh,
stressful hour.
oh. So the answer is really in that awareness. It's that awareness which will make you happy yourself, and then able to extend that joy to others in the form of loving kindness. When they give you the safety drill before any flight, they always tell you to put your own oxygen mask on first before helping others, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
So in the same way, you can't possibly help others to be happy if you're not happy. So it all starts with you. Therefore, spending time today and every day doing spiritual practice is not a selfish indulgence, as your ego will tell you. I've been told all this stuff is self-indulgent by certainly one person, and this is just the ego, telling you lies. But this is actually the foundation for giving love and spreading joy in the world, which is your whole function. If you can't do it for yourself, then how are you going to be the light of the world and extend that light if there's not a light within you? So spiritual practice brightens that light and allows you to then extend it to others, which is experiencing that light yourself and extending it are your only functions in this world. So it's pretty critical. The spiritual practice goes to the very heart, the core of your purpose, the meaning of your life, why you're really here. And the ego is going to tell you, oh no, it's a waste of time. Which of course, one would expect, because it doesn't want you to wake up. So it's going to tell you that which is most valuable is a waste of time, and that which is of no value is very important and you should dedicate most of your time to, because it's upside down. So it might tell you, oh, your special relationship's very important, or your career is very important, or making money is very important, or all kinds of importances, but not spiritual practice. That's way down on the list. But actually, the spiritual practice becomes the foundation of a happy, joyful life in all of those areas of your life. It's the core. I mean, think of it like a wheel. At the core of the wheel, you've got the hub of the wheel, and then you get like a bicycle where you get all the spokes going out. So sometimes you see these pie chart type diagrams. Okay, well, have you seen those where they'll split your life into segments? It's okay, well, there's your spiritual life and it's got a segment, and there's your social life, and there's your work life, and there's your family life, and there's various ways of slicing and dicing that. But the truth is, that the spiritual side is not a segment. It's at the core. It's actually a wheel, and all those other things radiate out from that center, and all the other areas are then directed by that core center. So the spiritual practice goes to the very heart, the core of the wheel, which is the hub around which everything spins. And that's a much better way of understanding it. So, get that center right. If that center is solid and strong, then everything radiating out from it will be okay. But we know on a physical level, if that breaks, if the axle of your car, that's the wheel spinning around, breaks, then forget it. That doesn't matter how good the wheel is. The car's not going anywhere. So in the same way, if your spiritual life is lacking, then everything that radiates out from that and all your other areas, even if there seems to be success, it'll be a bit shallow and meaningless, and you'll have a sense of meaninglessness and purposelessness because it's not coming from the core of meaning within you. So it's really worth taking time. I mean, I got up this morning and I was like, I've got really a lot. I've got a task list of about 10 tasks to get through. I was like, I could just rush into it, or I could take 45 minutes and meditate and really, go into. And so I took the 45 minutes to meditate because that's what's most important. And, these sessions and so on, that's what creates the foundation for everything else. And it's very tempting to cut that and go, well, I've got more important things to do. But if you do that, then you're undermining the foundation of the house on which everything else is built. Well, that's not a clever thing to do. As we know, any engineer will tell you, you undermine the foundations of the house. It doesn't matter how fancy the house is, it's likely to collapse. So similarly, that's how spiritual practice works. It's kind of related to this. There's another famous quote from John F. Kennedy, who said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country." It's one of his most famous quotes. So adapt that for spiritual purposes, for our purposes of awakening. This quote would read, you want to read that?
Ask not what love can do for you, but what you can do for love.
Yeah, again, just contemplate that. So close your eyes, take a deep breath, breathe in, and just contemplate that quote. So ask not what love can do for you, but what you can do for love. So ask yourself, well, what can I do for love? Ask that question and then just empty your mind. You can breathe. Nice deep breath in to kind of open your mind, clear some space, allow the answer to come in. What can I do for love? Right now, in this moment, in the rest of my day. And exhale. Just drop into a sense of emptiness, openness, spacious awareness. Again, allow any other answers to come, any thoughts. Notice those thoughts. So you've got hopefully an insight, and then open your eyes. Okay, so what came to you in that?
Keep calm.
That's what you can do for love, is stay calm.
Yeah.
Keep calm and carry on. It's a famous British wartime saying, keep calm and carry on. Yeah. Because peace and love go together, calmness. Love. If you lose your cool, you lose your calmness, you get stressed, you cannot then be an agent for love in the world. Then you're an agent for fear and drama and chaos and confusion. So keep calm and just allow yourself to be guided.
Yeah.
Is the answer. Okay, so that leads us nicely into our mind training lesson for today, which is lesson 242. Stay as God's. It's my gift to Him. So if you can read that lesson. I think we'll skip the insert today. We'll just go straight into the lesson and the text, shall we?
Yeah.
This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. So if you want to read that in the original and the alternative.
This day is God's. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It is my gift to Him. This day is God's. It It is my gift to him. This day belongs to perfect love. It is my gift to love.
Okay, so some thoughts on that?
Well, perfect for me to do today with the turbulence going on. Well, turbulence is a bit strong, but a little bit sort of misunderstanding, shall we say.
So this ties into that little meditation question we did. What can I do for love? Well, you can be present in the present moment, stay calm, stay peaceful, and stay loving. That's what you can do for love today, because then you become an agent of love in the world, and that's all love wants. It doesn't want anything from you. It makes no demands. It merely wants you to experience it and extend it. Extend it in this loving awareness. So let's dive into the rest of the lesson, shall we? Where are we? Lesson 242. So if you read paragraph 1 in the I can do it in the alternative. The only translation is God will become pure formless awareness of perfect love.
I will not leave my life alone today. I do not understand the world, and so to try to lead my life alone must be foolishness. But there is an awareness that knows all that is best for me. And this loving awareness is glad to make no choices for me, but the ones that lead to pure formless awareness of perfect love. I give this day to it, for I would not delay my coming home. It is this presence that knows the way to pure formless awareness of perfect love.
Yeah. So thoughts on that?
Just know we're not alone, and we're not, in this world that we try to fathom out, which we'll never understand. And if we do, then it's foolish, very foolish. But there is another awareness in us that'll help us. The loving awareness. And so we give this day to that, and thereafter we can continue having every day in that awareness.
And that is your gift to love. So, well, what is your gift to God or love? It's to give yourself, your awareness, your mind, to its awareness, and allow it to be in your awareness through the day. It's as simple as that. That's your gift to God. That's all this awareness wants. It wants to be present in your awareness, so you experience it and its benefits, and you also extend it in your thoughts, your words, and your actions. It wants to be known by you and extended by you. That's all. So that's your gift to God. If you allow that, it's called surrender to God, surrender to this loving awareness. You allow that, then this presence is living your life for you. And that's what enlightenment is, awakening is. It's just letting this presence live in and through and for you. And so it does the life of Elaine or John or whoever, Sally, your friend. It does that. It lives for you, in and through you. And your life becomes the loving awareness, fulfilled, expressed, felt, expressed, fulfilled completely, in and through you, which is all it wants to do. There's no demand other than to come into your awareness and bless you with its beneficent presence. And this presence leads the way to the ultimate state of pure formless awareness of perfect love, or heaven. He knows the way to God. It's very simple, but it's enormously profound. I mean, these simple words are pointing you to the fully awakened or enlightened state that the masters like Yeshua and the Buddha attained, where they lived in this presence and it lived through them. And if you look at what they accomplished, it was done through this presence. They had a world-changing impact because they lived so fully in and by this presence. And their example is still felt today because we still talk about them and we still learn, base our lives, base our thought systems on their examples. So they continue to be present eternally, don't they? I mean, you think about their life, you think about their example. That's now, they have an eternal existence in people's minds because of that, because of what they dedicated themselves to living in and through the eternal in their lives. Okay, so if you read the prayer, and then I think we didn't do a meditation, so we'll do a meditation, and then we'll go into the text. It'll give us just over an hour for the text.
Yeah. And so I give today to you. I come with a holy, open mind and heart. I do not ask for anything that I may think I want. Give me what you would have received by me. You know all my desires and my wants, and you will give me everything I need in helping me to find the way to you. Give me what you would have received by me. Maybe just change that to you want me to receive. You know all my desires and my wants. You will give me everything I need and help me to find the way to you. So what's he saying here? Well, we don't need to worry anymore, because if we put our self in the true self, then we'll get all the guidance and help that we would need, because it knows all our desires and wants, but we need to go with an open heart, an open mind.
Yeah, just really open ourselves up and say, okay, I don't know. You know all my desires and wants, but you will give me everything I need in helping me to find the way to you. So whatever is required will be given. And nothing more, nothing less. And now that's abundance, isn't it? That's the fullness of life. The fullness of life. Abundance, abundant life, as Yeshua called it. And give me everything I need and helping me to find the way to you. And in there's faith, there's security. So everything I need is given to me in every moment. Even if the hard thing that our egos struggle with is, even if it's apparently not good. So let's take your friend's example. She's in hospital. She went in for an operation, and now she's got a super bug. But actually, this is what she needs. And if you can understand that, then you have the essence of healing in that understanding. See? Okay, this is given, it was a lesson for me. It's what I need to awaken. You will give me everything I need in helping me to find the way to you. Sometimes that means that you've got to face these lessons. which are difficult and unpleasant, and learn the lesson by working through that and letting it go. And that is then what you need to find the way back to God. So the adversity is there to help you. And that's, if people understand that, they become extraordinarily resilient. Well, actually, this is not trying to harm me, or sabotage me or punish me. It's trying to help me and bless me, because there's a lesson to be learned in and through this. If I'm willing to learn that lesson, then you become very resilient, don't you? Because you understand that adversity is there to actually help you and heal you and bless you. But if you misinterpret it, then it just seems to be terrible and awful, and my life that I had is no longer there, and I get depressed and suicidal, and but all of that is just a misinterpretation, a misperception of what it's really for, what the adversity is for. It's there actually to help you and bless you. So this is quite a deep prayer, because it's not just the good stuff. You have to apply this to everything. You will give me everything I need in helping me to find the way to you. That includes all my life experiences, so-called good or bad, is actually what I need to awaken. So I understand that, then I accept it all with equanimity. Okay, this is just what I need to experience. And I will face it, and I will go through it by letting go. That's the only thing you can do. If it's unpleasant, your choice is to hold on to it and suffer, or to let it go and transcend it. So the letting go is, the only sane option. Okay, so yeah, I'm quite enjoying these lessons as part 2 of the workbook, because they're so short and sweet, but they're very profound. You can have quite an in-depth discussion just on a couple of paragraphs, can't you? And they lend themselves to a deeper awareness and a deeper understanding, experiential understanding of this. Okay, so any other thoughts or comments on that one, Elaine?
That's very clear.
No? Okay, shall we do a 20-minute med on it and then go into the text?
Yeah, that would be good.
All right. Okay, so just making yourself comfortable. Your feet shoulder width apart, your back straight. Cup your hands in your lap, you close your eyes. And start off by taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. You're breathing in, you're noticing how the stomach rises and the chest rises. Subtle flow of air in through the nostrils. You clench your sphincter muscle. Lock the energy in. Draw the energy up into the spine. Just pausing at the top of the inhale. Clench the sphincter muscle, lock the energy in. Draw the energy up into the spine, into the crown of your head. And now just scan your mind. So just noticing whatever's going on there, thoughts, emotions, related body sensations. Just breathe into those and Remind yourself of today's lesson. This day is God's. Here's my gift to Him. If you prefer the alternative, this day belongs to perfect love. It is my gift to love. And so you breathe in this loving awareness and just surrender to it. It belongs to this loving awareness, and every day belongs to this loving awareness, because this is your own true awareness. It's the foundational, fundamental awareness on which everything is based. Fundamental awareness, which we call love. And this state belongs to perfect love. Breathe it in to every pore, every cell, every muscle of your body, every part of your mind, every fiber of your being is in this loving awareness. And I'm going to extend that awareness as you exhale. Blow out anything that seems to block that, any negative thoughts, emotions, fear, anger, frustration, whatever else. Blow it all out. The breeze of your breath, the dark smoke, black energy leaving you, can visualize that. It's going, gone. Follow the stomach into the spine, expel the last remaining air out. I will not lead my life alone today. I understand the world. So to try to lead my life alone must be foolishness. Let's repeat these words. Yourself. Do not understand the world, and so to try to lead my life alone must be foolishness. Hey John, we just in a meditation. Do you want to join us?
Yep.
Breathing in. Listen to my words, and then when I pause, you speak the words out loud. Just make sure you're on mute. But there is an awareness that knows all that is best for me. It's an awareness that knows all that is best for me. Exhale through your nose and state that out loud. Breathing in again. Deep breath in. And this loving awareness is glad to make no choices for me, but the ones that lead to your formless awareness of perfect love. and give this day to it. I would not delay my coming home. There's this presence that knows the way to pure formless awareness of perfect love. Breathing in again. And so I give today to you, addressing your own deepest awareness. So I give today to you. Come with a wholly open mind and heart. Just breathe in and allow this presence, loving awareness to come in to your heart and your mind. Just open them to this loving awareness. I do not ask for anything that I may think I want. Give me what you want me to receive. You know all my desires and my wants. I hand them all over to you. Exhale, just have a sense of letting them go. And breathing them out, releasing them. You will give me everything I need in helping me to find the way to you. And with that prayer, just rest. And the certainty that everything you need for your awakening has been given to you right now and every moment, moment by moment. That includes all the apparently difficult, challenging, sometimes traumatic experiences in this world. They are given to you to help you awaken. It's the only purpose. Not to punish you, not to hurt you, undermine you, demean you in any way, just to help you to let go of this insane ego thought of separation, that you are a separate self, and come into the awareness of who you really are. They are there for your awakening. It's what everything is there for, especially the challenging circumstances of life, because you can learn the most from those. So now just consider something in your life might be challenging you. Again, breathe into it. Open your heart and mind to this loving awareness. Understands that this is there to help you to let go of another aspect of your ego that blocks the awareness of love's presence. Surrender more deeply to that presence. It's there to help you to awaken fully to this presence of perfect love. And so it is. Exhale on the truth of that. And then just rest for a few moments. in this loving awareness. Nothing else to do, nowhere else to go, nothing else to think about. You just breathe, relax, be still, and abide in this loving awareness. Stay in this loving awareness. Let it bless you and heal you. Feel the gratitude for it. Loving awareness, always there. Every present moment is there. Just waiting for your acknowledgement, waiting for you to experience it. So just allow it in now. No blocks. Don't think of anything else. No past thoughts, no future thoughts. Just loving awareness, pure, formless awareness. We call it perfect love. In the moment, right here, right now, extending moment by moment. No sense of time passing. Just timeless awareness. Timeless awareness is loving awareness, is pure formless awareness of perfect love. Words just point you to a state that is beyond all words. So just observe the breath, breathing in and out through the nose, and sink into the state. Just let the breath take you deeper and deeper into this beautiful, calm, peaceful, wholly aware state, beyond time and space, beyond any limitations or blocks at all. Just pure formless. Perfect love right here and now for the next couple of minutes of deep silence. Just give yourself permission to experience that fully, completely for the next 2 minutes of deep silence. So just coming back on this deep awareness, and you bring a bit of attention back into the body and your breath, senses and the world. And on the count of 3, open your eyes. So 1, just breathing in, noticing how the stomach rises and the chest rises. Subtle flow of air in through the nostrils. And pause at the top of the inhale. Smile. Again, scan your mind. So just looking for any thoughts, any emotions, related body sensations. It feels at all difficult still. You just remind yourself that this day belongs to perfect love. And so it is my gift to love. And you exhale and let it all go. Whatever you're holding on to, you release it, blow it all away, and breathe of your breath. So nothingness that it really is. And pull the stomach into the spine, you expel the last remaining air out. And you rest. In the stillness and peace. For a few moments, you count of 2, notice the weight of your body, pressing down into the chair, your feet touching the ground, noticing what you're feeling. Your hands, maybe there's a subtle flow of air in your skin. Notice that. Breathe that air in, notice any smell in your nose as you do that, taste in your mouth. Perhaps notice what you're hearing in the surrounding environment, just noticing all these things. Almost very, very still, calm, and surrendered state. State of mind without illusions. State of mind showing you the truth is true. So you anchor that state in, set the intention to stay there for the rest of the afternoon. And on into the evening. So it is said, so it's done. And now on the count of 3, just open your eyes. So just looking around. Noticing whatever is going on in the external environment. Without attachment, so there's no judgment, no interpretation. You just observe casually, notice that the awareness that you had when you were in your meditation is still there. Underlying your sense perceptions, you can close your eyes briefly, notice that awareness, maybe a bit more deeply, but try and hold on to that same awareness as you open your eyes. It's exactly the same, nothing's changed. Your inner state is still the same. And then look at another object randomly, no attempt to select anything or avoid anything. Just notice it for and just anchor the state in. Set the intention to stay there for the rest of the session. And so that brings us to the end of the meditation. And first part of the session. So welcome, John. Good time. Well, you got most of the meditation, and we'll dive into the text now, I think. So you happy to do that? Should we just go straight into it?
Yeah, okay.
Great. Yeah, I've got an hour and a half now, so should be able to get it done. It's 8 paragraphs. So all right, so the text is this one is called the changeless dwelling place. Showing my screen again. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, so section 5, chapter 29, if you want to follow on in your book, the changeless dwelling place. Yeah, John, do you want to read it in the but to translate it, do you want to do the original and the alternative line by line, please?
Yeah. There is a place in you where this whole world has been forgotten, where no memory of sin or illusion lingers still. There is a place in me where this whole world has been forgotten, where no memory of sin and of illusion lingers still.
Yeah.
There is a place in you which time has left, and echoes of eternity are heard. There is a place in me which time has left, and echoes of eternity are heard. There is a rest.
Shall we change? Time is left. Time is no longer.
Yeah, there is time in me.
Time is no longer present. Time, how about in which?
Time no longer exists. So
Yeah, or in which there is no longer time.
yeah.
Time, which do you prefer? Time no longer exists, or there's no longer time?
I prefer where time no longer exists, actually.
I think so. Where echoes of eternity are heard. And I hear, maybe make it active, and I hear the echoes of eternity.
Yes, that's nice.
Very poetic. Now, I think eternity should be capitalized, really, because we're talking about the top level reality.
Yeah. There is a resting place so still, no sound except a hymn to heaven rises up to gladden God the Father and the Son. There is a resting place so still, no sound except a hymn to the state of pure formless awareness rises up to gladden the source and the extension.
Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. We'll just read it again from the top when we finished.
Yeah.
Happy with that sentence?
Yep. Where Where both abide, are they remembered both? Where both live, are they remembered?
Yeah, they are both remembered. It's quite a complicated way of saying. Where both live. Or how about they are both remembered where both live? They are both remembered. Where both live or both exist or both are present.
Perhaps are present. And where they are is heaven and is peace. And where they are is the state of pure formless awareness. And where they are is the state of pure formless awareness.
Let's change that around, shall we? State of pure formless awareness and peace are present where they are.
And the state of pure formless awareness and peace are present where they are. Yeah.
Okay, so read it from the top in the alternative.
There is a place in me where this whole world has been forgotten, and where no memory of sin and illusion lingers still. There is a place in me which time no longer exists, and I hear the echoes of eternity. There is a resting place so still no sound except a hymn to the state of pure formless awareness rises up to gladden the source and its extension. They are both remembered where both are present, and the state of pure formless awareness and peace are present where they are. Yep.
Yeah.
So he's referring here to there is a place within us, within our awareness, which remains unadulterated, pure, and which we are ever in connection with when we choose to be so, albeit a memory, or albeit very deep, albeit difficult to access sometimes.
Yeah, a resting place so still. So a place where there's no mental noise, there's stillness, there's calmness, there's quietness, and this state of pure formless awareness and peace are there. You know, the Father and the Son, the source and its extension, are both present as one in that awareness. In that awareness, there is a unification. That is the merging of the Father and the Son, or the source and its extension, in that singular loving awareness, which then we call the state of pure formless awareness. And the experience of peace and that awareness go hand in hand. They're the same thing, really. They're just different pointers to the same fundamental state. Both are present where they are. So the Father and the Son, the state of pure formless awareness and peace, all merge as one into this one singular awareness, which is home. That's our true home, and that's where we want to be. That's where all this is directed to, taking us into a state that is pure perfection. It's absolute perfection. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing can ever go wrong. We are completely loved and peaceful and happy and in this blissful state for all eternity. In that state, that's what he's pointing us to here in this paragraph. which is a very comforting thought. Okay, so any other thoughts on that? Questions, comments?
It's
Elaine,
good.
you okay with that?
Yeah, no, it's a good paragraph.
Nice lead in to the rest of it. Okay, so if you can read I think if you read it in the original and then in the alternative, it gives me time just to look at the alternative while you're reading the original and make any adjustments. So let's do it that way. It's not quite as rough. So start, on sentence one.
Think not that you can change their dwelling place. I do not think not that I can change their dwelling place.
I do not think that I can change their dwelling place.
I do not think I can change their dwelling place.
Or maybe I must not. I will not. I will not think that I can change their dwelling place.
Yeah. For your identity abides in them, and where they are, forever you be. Forever must you be. For my identity lives in them, and where they are, forever must I be.
Yeah, let's switch that around, shall we? I must. Forever be.
The changelessness of heaven is in you, so deep within that nothing in this world but passes by unnoticed and unseen. The changelessness of the state of pure formless awareness is in me, so deep within that nothing in this world but passes by unnoticed and unseen.
I think let's make that everything. Everything in this world passes by unnoticed and unseen. There's a great a line from the Gospel of Thomas. Don't know if you've read it. So one of those synoptic gospels that never got included in the Bible, but some profound stuff in it. And one of the verses is just 2 words: "Be passers by." Yeshua said, "Be passers by." So let the world just pass you by. You pass by the world, you let the world pass by you. It's a nice, image. As though you're just observing, and you're just, passing by a town or passing by something. Very brief. It's just there it is, and you pass by it, and there's no engagement in it. Everything in this world just passes by you. So imagine, like, again, a movie. All these images in the movie just passing by. They flash on the screen, and they come and they go, and they just pass by, and you sit there unmoved in your still state of pure formless awareness, completely unmoved by any of the passing images on the screen of time and space. Okay, so number 3, changelessness of heaven.
The changelessness of heaven is in you, so deep within that nothing in the world but passes by unnoticed and unseen. And the changelessness of the state of pure formless awareness is in me, so deep within that everything in the world passes by unnoticed and unseen.
Okay, we just did that. So, sorry, number 4.
The still infinity of endless peace surrounds you gently in its soft embrace, so strong and quiet, tranquil in the might of its creator. Nothing can intrude upon the sacred Son of God within. The still infinity of endless peace surrounds me gently in its soft embrace, so strong and quiet, tranquil in the might of its creator, that nothing can intrude upon the sacred. nothing can intrude upon the sacred extension of pure formless awareness within me.
Sacred extension of, make that perfect love. Okay, if you can read that one from the top, alternative, please.
I will not think that I can change their dwelling place, for my identity lives in them, and where they are, I must forever be. The changelessness of state of pure formless awareness is in me, so deep within that everything in this world passes by unnoticed and unseen. The still infinity of endless peace surrounds me gently in its soft embrace, so strong and quiet, tranquil in the might of its source, that nothing can intrude upon the sacred extension of perfect love within me.
Okay, so what's he saying there?
Well, while we're in this changeless dwelling place, there's just nothing that can disturb it. It lies deep down in the soul, and everything that passes by is unnoticed and unseen, but unaffected. The peace surrounds in a gentle, strong, quiet, tranquil space, and nothing can intrude it. It's there forever, eternity, and well,
Beautiful words. I mean, he's pointing us in
yeah,
words
beautiful, yeah.
to this state of mind that we call heaven, or samadhi, or nirvana, or revelations. There's many names for it in different spiritual traditions. In that state, nothing can intrude. Everything is whole, complete, perfect. The world is meaningless. If you're still in the world, the images just pass by, and there's no effect. They have no effect on your inner state. You're completely unmoved by the passing images of time and space. And that is the fully enlightened state. That's what all the mind training is designed to bring about. A state where you're completely locked into that state. You're unmoved by any illusions. You're able to maintain that deep, tranquil peace of mind, even while you continue to operate in a body for a while. But in this kind of state, where he's pointing to, this is the final stage, really, of spiritual awakening. If you're spending a lot of time in this state, then you're very close to home, and it's likely that you'll be able to stay in that state eternally once you let the body go. So we want to get ourselves into that state. We can stay in that state most of our time, and while we're still in the body, because that's the preparation for the infinity of endless peace, state of pure formless awareness eternally, that we asked to make here, to prepare our minds to just rest in this deeply peaceful state and not have any illusions still going on, which pull us back here into the dream of time and space. None of the blocks or the fetters exist. Okay, John, happy with that? Any other thoughts?
No, it's a lovely paragraph.
Yeah, this is a great section. So he's really very poetic, pointing us, to the beauty of these states with words, with beautiful language, poetic language. So a very nice section so far. Okay, so let's go to number 3 then, if you can read it in the original and the alternative, kindly.
Here is the role the Holy Spirit gives to you who wait upon the Son of God and would behold him waken and be glad. Here is the role the remembrance of perfect love gives to me who waits upon the extension of perfect love and would behold it awaken and be glad.
I want to see it.
The realms of perfect love gives to me who wait upon, who wait.
I'm putting an A on the awaken because I think it sounds better. Awaken rather than waken.
Agree.
I want to see it awaken and be happy. It is the extension, so capitalize that. Okay, number 2.
He is a part of you and you of him because he is his father's son and not for any purpose you may see in him. He is a part of me and I of him because he is the source's extension and not for any purpose I may see in him.
Now the he is referring to the extension.
He might, oh, okay.
Maybe we say this extension is a part of me and I of him because it because it's not really him at all, is it? He's talking about the Christ, the Son of God.
Yeah.
So extension is a part of me and I of it because it is the source's extension. And not for any purpose. I may
What does he mean by that then, John? Not for any purpose I may perceive in it. That's not for any desire that I would wish.
Yeah, that's what he means. And maybe we should just say, because it is the source's extension and not made or extended. Made, maybe, not made. And not
yeah,
made
okay.
for any purpose, because it needs a verb.
Yeah.
And not made for any
Yeah.
purpose I may perceive in it.
That's better. Yeah.
Now. Okay, number 3, sorry.
Nothing is asked of you but to accept the changeless and eternal that abide in him, for your identity is there. Nothing is asked of me but to accept the changeless and eternal that live in it, for my identity is there.
No, I think that's okay.
Yeah. The peace in you can but be found in him. And every thought of love I offer brings me nearer to my awakening to peace. Oh, hang on. The peace in me can only be found in it. Yep.
And that's okay.
And every thought of love you offer him but brings you nearer to your awakening to peace eternal and to endless joy.
Just pause it there, John. I'm just making that active. I can only find the peace in me in it or through it. Only be found in him or through him. I only find the peace in me in it. In this. Maybe we could call it this. The self. because that's what he's referring to. The extension is the Son, is the Christ, or the self, the true self. So we're kind of relating, he hasn't really done that, but by the Son of God, what he's called it the Son of God, that means the Christ, or the true self in our translated language. Okay, happy with that?
Yeah.
Can only find the peace in me in this true self, and every thought of love.
And every thought of love I offer, it brings me nearer. And every thought of love I offer, it brings me nearer to my awakening to peace eternal and to endless joy.
Eternal peace. And endless joy. Okay, do you want to read that from the top? Just make sure we're okay with the translation.
Here is the role of the remembrance of perfect love gives to me who wait upon the extension of perfect love and want to see it awaken and be happy. This extension is a part of me and I of it because it is the source's extension and not made for any purpose I may perceive in it. Nothing is asked of me but to accept the changeless and eternal that live in it. But my identity is there. I can only find the peace in me in this true self. And every thought of love I offer it brings me nearer to my awakening to eternal peace and endless joy.
So what's he saying in this one?
He's saying that within this place, within this preserved eternal place within our awareness, lies everything we need, lies our spiritual awakening, our spiritual self that is changeless, that is unaffected by what we might want to do with it, or regardless of how we want to manipulate it or project onto it, it remains constant, and it remains the essential peace that we are looking to achieve.
Every thought of love, I offer it. So that extension, or the true self, is not just in me. That self exists in everyone. So when I offer love to my companions, my brothers and sisters, then I'm offering it to the Christ, the true self that is me. And that is felt in the mind of the extension, the whole mind, the universal mind we all share. And so it takes that mind closer to awakening. Brings me nearer to my awakening and everyone else's awakening to eternal peace and endless joy. It's a state the ego can't really conceive of, is it? I mean, eternal peace is not in its framework at all. It's completely an alien reality to the ego. And endless joy. It's like, well, won't that be boring? And what you're going to do? There's nothing to do then. Exactly. The idea of doing was made as a distractive device to stop your mind from just staying in eternal peace and endless joy, which is its true function. So all doing ceases, and you just you be eternally in that state. And in that state is perfect peace and endless joy and bliss that never stops. That's eternal. That goes on and on and on forever. The ego can't really understand that, can't comprehend it, and so rejects it and says, well, I don't understand that. It's not possible, or even if it were possible, it would be boring. It'll find many objections to this. But none of them mean anything because they all just deny. They're just designed to deny that state exists and that you can attain that state. Your Holy Spirit, remembrance of perfect love, knows that is your true state. That's the only state in which you're going to be happy, and is directing all of your thoughts, words, and actions in this world to attain that state as a permanent state of awareness. Okay. Any other thoughts on number 3? No? Okay. So can we go to number 4 then, Elaine? So reading the original and the alternative, line by line, please.
This sacred Son of God is like yourself, the mirror of his Father's love for you, the soft reminder of his Father's love by which he was created and which still abides in him as it abides in you. The sacred extension of perfect love is like me, the mirror of its love for me, the soft reminder of its love by which he was extended and which still lives in him as it lives in me. Be very still. Yeah.
A change there. By which he was created, by which it is extended and which still lives in him as it lives in me. Abides. Sacred extension, perfect love is like me. What do you think? Maybe a dash there. A dash or a colon rather than a semicolon.
Sacred extension, perfect love is like me. Yeah, needs to have a pause. The mirror of
Oh,
its.
that's the dash rather than the semicolon. What do you think, John?
I think a dash, really.
Yeah, it doesn't really use it. They use so American, so they use something called an M dash, which is like double the length. But they do this weird thing occasionally where they go M dash, so double the length of that. And there wouldn't be any break. And then no spacing. Just the dash with no spacing on. So we'll just do British. The just a small dash, the mirror of its love for me, and a soft reminder of its love by which extended and which still lives in it as it lives in me. Does that need an and? Mirror of its love for me. Maybe not. Just another and in here. Mirror of its love for me, the soft reminder of its love. Mirror of its love for me. I don't know. The mirror. Let's make it. Kind of repeating himself there. The mirror and the soft reminder of its love for me, by which, it's neater, isn't it? By which is extended and which still lives in it as it lives in me. Lives in it is the extension. Mirror and the soft reminder of its love for me, by which it is extended and which still lives in it as it lives in me. So this is the true self, the Christ, our true identity, is the mirror and the soft reminder of the source's love, by which it is extended. So we remember that love. So we feel extended by it when we identify with the true self, the one self that we share, which still lives in it, still abides in him, and he's referring there to the extension of the Son of God, still lives in it as it lives in me. Yeah, so the love lives in it, in its identity, because the love is underlies it. So let's just have a look at our model here. And I wanted this one, Holy Trinity. So there it's visually demonstrated. We've got the true self, or the Christ, or the Son of God of extension. That's what he's talking about, the it. And in this true self, this true identity, lies the love of God, which is pure formless awareness of perfect love that is inherent in when we identify with this love. This starts to arise more and more in our mind as we identify with the Christ, the Son of God, the extension, which can still interact in the world. So that extension can still perceive the world, but it perceives from the perspective of perfect oneness. So its perceptions are true. This is what we call Christ's vision, miracles, or corrections, or forgiveness, or letting go, and all the other names, surrender, acceptance, and so on, are the perception that comes from the true self. So it extends from love itself, pure formless awareness of perfect love itself, into this self concept, which is true. It's the one self we share, and then from there we can perceive the world correctly. And that's the way that the source then is able to extend through us into the world and actually interact in the world and make a difference in the world, because it happens via your perception. And since the perception informs our words and our actions, it then has an impact on this level in all the experiences that seem to exist and happen in the physical universe of time and space become infused by the source energy via the true self, which then inspires our correct perception and words and actions that come from that, which then have a direct consequential cause. Then we've got true cause, which has true effect in the world. And that's this Holy Trinity then becomes the way that you allow the source to come into your mind and your life and direct it. So it's an operating system for your life. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, any thoughts? Did you read it from the top again, Elaine? Just in the
Yeah. The sacred extension of perfect love is like me, the mirror and the soft reminder of its love for me, by which it is extended and which still lives in it as it lives in me. Be very still and hear its voice in him, and let it tell me what his function is. He was extended that I might be whole, for only the complete can be part of its completion, which extended me.
okay, was extended that I might be whole. Extended so that I may be whole. For only the complete can be a part of its completion, which extends me. Okay, just read the whole thing from the top then.
This sacred extension of perfect love is like me, the mirror and the soft reminder of its love for me, by which it extended and which still lives in it as it lives in me. I am very still and hear its voice in it, and let it tell me that my function is. It was extended so that I may be whole, for only the complete can be part of its completion, which extends me.
And I hear God's voice in him, very still, and here I think that needs a perfect love there. Too many it's going on. Very still, and hear perfect love's voice in it, okay, in the extension. Maybe say in this extension, in this self, and let it tell me what my function is. It was extended so that I may be whole, for only the complete can be a part of its completion, part of perfect love's completion, which extends me. Okay, I'm happy with that. Just read it from number 2.
I am very still and hear perfect love's voice in this self, and let it tell me what my function is. It was extended so that I may be whole, for only the complete can be part of a perfect love's completion, which extends me.
Yeah, so what's he saying in this one?
Well, we just mirror this extension to one another, and it just bounces back to me, back to perfect love, to you, to everybody. And we won't be whole until we participate in this completion and extension. But as long as we're very still, or otherwise we're not going to hear this perfect love's voice, which will have all this information to let us know what our function is.
Yeah, so this is how the extension, which is the true self, then inspires us. It's coming from the source, inspired by perfect love, but it inspires us and tells us what our function in this world is. Okay, and going to the Holy Trinity, he's talking about that again. The source inspires the true self, which comes into our mind, inspires our true perceptions of Christ's vision, which is all about letting go or forgiveness of whatever seems to be happening here, and being able to interact and engage in it, but from the perspective that none of it is true and that none of it really matters. And that's an interesting state to be in, because you're no longer attached, you're no longer really vulnerable to the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, as Shakespeare put it. You can just let it all pass by, engage in it, but without mental and emotional attachment. And that's the enlightened state that universally, the enlightened beings of this world, like the Yeshua and the Buddha, and any enlightened being, through the ages, has attained this state of really non-attachment to the world, and they just let the world pass by. So they still hear in form, and they can still participate in it, engage in it to an extent, but without any of the mental and psychological burden of the ego anymore. And that's what he's training us to attain, that state while we're here, because when we're in that state, then God takes care of the rest. He's saying that the final step will be taken by this awareness. And really, practically speaking, that means you're so rooted in the true self and in this deep state of peaceful, loving awareness that you are already mostly in this awareness. And eventually you just completely merge with that awareness, and there's no need for a body or time or space or anything of this world anymore. And then you're free. So that's why he says God takes the final step. This awareness will just merge with your awareness, but you have to do the work to get yourself as close to that state as possible. which is why he says, you know, this mind training will bring you to the gates of heaven, and then God, in pure formless awareness of perfect love, takes the last step, which is then out of your hands. But you've done your part by bringing yourself to the edge of that state. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Any other thoughts on number 4? John, you okay with that?
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Okay, moving swiftly on then to number 5. You can read that in the original and the alternative line by line, please.
There is no gift the Father asks of you, but that you see in all creation, but the shining glory of his gift to you. There is no gift the source asks of me, only that I see in all extension the shining glory of its gift to me. Behold,
Just hang on. So, shining magnificence, so I'll call it, instead of glory of its gift to me. No gift is so awesome except that I perceive in all creation, in all its extension, the shining magnificence of its gift to me. So really what he's saying here is I perceive its loving awareness, the very essence of life, the life essence or loving awareness that is in everyone and everything. And he's asking us to perceive that everywhere, in all its extension, the shining magnificence of its gift to me. And this is the enlightened perception. So, yeah, I see everything as glorious and magnificent, and I'm not looking at, you know, all of the ego's miscreations that have covered over this awareness. I just see this awareness because I'm rooted in that awareness and I see it everywhere. That's again the enlightened state of unity consciousness that seems to be a universal hallmark of the enlightened beings through the ages. Okay, number 2.
behold his Son, his perfect gift, in whom his Father shines forever, and to whom is all creation given as his own. Therefore I perceive its extension, its perfect gift, in whom the source shines forever, and to whom is all extension given as his own.
Yeah, let's make that. Yeah, well, to whom all extension is given as its own. Therefore I perceive, needs something there, doesn't it? So I therefore behold his Son. So therefore I perceive its extension correctly, truly. Maybe a dash there. Therefore I perceive its extension truly. How about as? That would work. Perceive its extension truly as its perfect gift, whom the source shines forever. And to whom all extension is given as its own. Okay.
Because he has it, it is it given you. And where it lies in him, behold your peace. Because it has
It. What's the it? If I perceive its extension truly, because he has it as it is it given you. The perfect gift, I think he's talking about. Behold his Son, his perfect gift, because he has it, it is given you. All right, he has the perfect gift. Okay, so because he has this gift, because it's the extension, because the extension has this gift, it is given to me, and where it lives in it, my extension as it is given to me, and where this gift lives in it, my experience, my peace. Just read that from the beginning of the sentence, John. You mind?
Because the extension has this gift, it is given to me. And where this gift lives, I'm not sure about it is, I experience my peace.
Where this gift lies in it. So, original is where it lies in him. Behold your peace. Because the extension has this gift, it is given to me. And how about as this gift, it is given to me. As my experience of peace. What do you think? Does that? I think that's really what he's trying to say.
Yep, I'm good with that.
Yeah, because the extension has this gift, it is given to me as my experience of peace. That's simpler. All right, number 4.
The quiet that surrounds you dwells in him, and from this quiet come the happy dreams in which your hands are joined in innocence. The quiet that surrounds me lives in him, and from this quiet comes the happy dream. And from this quiet come happy dreams in which my hands are joined in innocence.
Your hands. So is he talking about multiple your plural? The quiet surrounds you and dwells in him. From his quiet come the happy dreams in which your hands are joined in innocence. Yeah, he's given it to you. So again, talking about the extension, the true self, because extension has this gift. I think maybe that could use the true self, because my true self has this gift. It is given to me as my experience of peace. Quiet that surrounds me lives in it, from this quiet, the happy dreams, which my hands are joined in innocence, the happy dreams. I think he's referring to to me identifying with the true self. All right. The happy dream, when he says your hands, he means your mind, and this extension, true self, in which my hands are joined in innocence. Happy dreams, in which I identify. Happy dreams in which I accept. That's better. Dreams in which I accept the innocence of my true self. From this quiet. Just read that from the top. From the quiet that surrounds me.
Quiet that surrounds me lives in it. The happy dreams in which I accept the innocence of my true self from this quiet.
Happy dreams in which I accept the innocence of my true self come from. I think it needs.
Yeah.
The happy dreams need to come there. Come. Happy dreams in which I accept the innocence of my true self come from this quietness, quiet. No, we'll leave it as quiet, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Quiet, still voice. So the mind is quiet, not a lot of thoughts, just pure awareness. These are not the hands that grasp in dreams of pain. Okay, and then he uses the hands, which I've just edited out. Okay, so accept the innocence. How do we work with that? These are not hands that do not grasp in dreams of pain. So in this state, maybe that's what he's saying. In this state, do not grasp in dreams of pain.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's good.
In this state, I
do not grasp for illusions in dreams.
grasp for illusions in dreams of pain. That's what he means.
Yeah.
They hold no sword, so he's again the hands. I will have let go. The sword is obviously a symbol of attack and defense. I will let go of attack thoughts. They have left their hold on every vain illusion of the world. And they no longer have a hold on every vain illusion of the world. Yeah, they're no longer. Say that better, or is it okay? No longer have a hold, they no longer are attached to, maybe attached to every vain illusion of the world now. Well, they are no longer, this is what he's saying, they are no longer triggered by every vain illusion of the world. They will no longer be triggered by every vain illusion of the world. Okay, just happy with that. Read it from number 6.
I will have let go of all attack thoughts. They will no longer be triggered by every vain illusion of the world. That was nice.
Yeah, I mean, he's using symbolism here, but if we make it explicit, what he's talking about, they hold no sword. Obviously, that's not literal, it's figurative, pointing to attack thoughts. Sword is a symbol of attack thoughts. They will no longer be triggered. That's what he means. Left their hold on every vain illusion of the world. So these attack thoughts are triggered by every vain illusion of the world. If I hold something valuable and then my expectation is not met, then I have an attack thought, don't I? So he's pointing us to the state beyond that. Okay, and being empty.
And being empty, they receive instead a brother's hand in which completion lies. And being empty, being empty, I receive instead a companion's hand in which completion lies.
Yeah, my companions. Talking about the hand, receive instead my companions. Hand, my companions, friendship. How about love? My companions' love.
Yeah, love, like that.
I receive instead my companions' love in which completion lies. Okay, so read it from the top.
There is no gift the source asks of me except that I perceive in all its extension the shining magnificence of its gift to me. Therefore, I perceive its extension truly as its perfect gift, in whom our source shines forever and to whom all extension is given as its own. Because my true self has this gift, it is given to me as my experience of peace. The quiet that surrounds me lives in it, and the happy dreams in which I accept the innocence of my true self come from this quiet. In this state, I will not grasp for illusions in dreams of pain. I will have let go of all attack thoughts. They will no longer be triggered by every vain illusion of the world. And being empty, I receive instead my companion's love in which completion lies.
Yeah, I think that's decent translation. So what's he saying here?
It's saying that is asking us to see that our essence is reflected perfectly in the goodness of all those around us. And he's encouraging us not to grasp for illusions, dreams which result in pain, and to let go of attack thoughts and receive instead the true nature of our companions, seeing them, to accept their love.
Companions, maybe companions, that companions love in which completion lies. And that's unconditional. Do you want to say unconditional?
Yeah. Well, I like that.
The only way you're gonna, most people say, well, I want unconditional love, but they haven't emptied themselves sufficiently to experience that. If you filled with your own ideas and ego, then you can't experience that, because your mind stops you. The projections show your companions, then show you the ego instead. But if you really let go and surrendered in this way, then you start to receive that. I think again, Yeshua is a great example. He gave it freely. He gave unconditional love to everyone, and I think he received it. There was a huge amount of love for him. His disciples really, genuinely loved the guy. So he received a lot of love from his disciples and followers and so on, because he gave a lot of it out. And in that, found the completion of unity in this world. There was a lot of love and unity in that group, and that love sustained them in the tough times that were to come. Once he'd left, that memory of love, that awareness that he brought to them, was enough to take them to the ends of the known world. They went all over Europe, spreading this gospel, took serious risks. Many of them died because of that. And that loving presence that they experienced so much with him was what inspired them and sustained them on those difficult journeys. Okay, so any other thoughts on number 5? Let's move swiftly on. I need to just wrap it up in the next 25 minutes. 3 paragraphs to go, so let's see how we go. I but knew the glorious goal. Elaine, you want to read?
Both.
Yeah, there's quite a bit to translate in this one, so just read it in both, and then I'll...
If you but know the glorious goal that lies beyond forgiveness, you would not keep hold on any thought, however light the touch of evil on it may appear to be. If only you knew the magnificent goal that lies beyond letting go, I would not hold on onto any thought, however light the touch of evil on it may appear to be. For you would understand how great the cost of holding anything God did not give in minds that can direct the hand to bless and lead God's Son into his Father's house, unto his Father's house. For I would understand how great the cost of holding anything pure, formless awareness of perfect love did not give in minds that can direct my actions to bless and lead its extension unto its house. Would you not want to be a friend to him created by his father as his home. Would I not want to be a friend to him, extended by its home?
The original was, why not? You don't want to be a friend to him, created by his father as his home, given minds that can direct. So the him is only anything God not given minds that can direct the hand to bless. He's God's son. So he's talking about the Son of God, the extension again, as a him. If it I not want to be a friend to every extension of perfect love, extended by its as its home, created by his father as his home, extended by extended by its source. As its home, as his home. Okay, so the source has found its home in us. It should be capitalized, really. I don't want to be a friend to every extension of perfect love that is extended by its source. That's its home. Okay.
If, does it just do it from the alternative?
Yeah, may as well.
Yep. If it esteems him worthy of itself, would I attack him with the hands of hate, or would lay bloody hands on the state of pure formless awareness itself and hope to find its peace? My companion thinks he holds the hand of death. I believe him not, but learn instead how blessed I am I, who can release him just by offering him mine.
Just would lay bloody hands. Why would I attack them with the hands of hate? He would lay bloody hands on the state of pure formless awareness itself. Who could lay bloody hands on the state of pure formless awareness itself and hope to find its peace? Again, you sort of wonder if he's not referring to Shakespeare. You know, the play Macbeth.
Oh, yes.
Bloody hands. It's like, okay, interesting. Maybe, maybe not. But who could find peace? And it was very clear from that play that neither Macbeth or his wife found any peace. In that, who could lay bloody hands? In fact, she went insane, if I recall. And he ended up being very unhappy before he was eventually killed by Macduff. So another literary illusion there, potentially. But, you know, possibly, maybe we're interpreting too much into it, but lay bloody hands on the state of pure formless awareness itself and hope to find peace. Companion thinks he holds the hand of death. I do not believe him. Companions think they hold the hand of death. I do not believe them. But I learn instead blessed I am, who can release. Release them, talking about my brothers, just by offering them mine. Okay, so read that from the top.
Only I knew the magnificent goal that lies beyond letting go. I would not hold on to any thought, however light the touch of evil on it may appear to be, for I would understand how great the cost of holding anything pure formless awareness of perfect love did not give in minds that can direct our actions to bless and lead its extension home. Would I not want to be a friend to every extension of perfect love that is extended by its source as its home? If it esteems them worthy of itself, why would I attack them with the hands of hate? Who could lay bloody hands on the state of pure formless awareness itself and hope to find peace? My companions think they hold the hand of death. I do not believe them, but I learn instead how blessed I am who can release them just by offering them mine.
Yeah, just by offering them. Mine is my hands. Offering him my hand. Mine. My hand. I think that sort of works. Okay, so what's he saying here?
Well, if we just knew the magnificence of letting go and not holding on to even the slightest bit of evil or hate, and just hand our hand over to our pure formless awareness extensions, our companions. And although they may be holding the hand of death, we don't believe it. So instead, we bless them and release them and just offer them my extension, my love, my true self.
Yeah, well said. Okay, happy with that. Move on to number 7. Just do, in fact, do it, and it just gives me more time to edit it. So, John, if you can read original and alternative.
Yeah. A dream is given you in which he is your savior, not your enemy in hate. A dream is given me in which my companions are my awakeners, not my enemy.
Enemies in hate.
In hate. A dream is given you in which you have forgiven him for all his dreams of death. The dream of hope you share with him instead of dreaming evil, separate dreams of hate. A dream is given me in which I have let go of them for all their dreams of death. The dream of hope I share with them instead of dreaming evil, separate dreams of hate.
Yeah.
Why does it seem so hard to share this dream? Why does it seem so hard to share this dream? Because unless the Holy Spirit gives the dream its function, it was made for hate and will continue in death's service. Because unless remembrance of perfect love gives the dream its function, it was made for hate and will continue in the service of death. And those who serve the Lord of Death have come to worship in a separated world, each with this tiny spear and rusted sword to keep his ancient promises to die. And those who serve the Lord of Death have come to worship in a separated world, each with his tiny spear and rusted sword to keep his ancient promises to die.
Yeah. Each with his tiny spear and rusted swords. He's talking about attack thoughts again. Yes. How about his little thoughts of attack and defense? To keep his each with their little attack and defense to keep their ancient promises to die. Well, just read that from the top.
A dream is given me in which my companions are my awakeners, not my enemies in hate. A dream is given me in which I have let go of them for all their dreams of death. A dream of hope I share with them instead of dreaming evil separate dreams of hate. Why does it seem so hard to share this dream? Because unless the remembrance of perfect love gives the dream its function, it was made for hate and will continue in the service of death. Each form it takes in some way calls for death, and those who serve the Lord of Death have come to worship in a separated world, each with their little thoughts of attack and defense to keep their ancient promises to die.
What's he saying here?
It's saying that our salvation is all wrapped up with is all connected with seeing and connecting with the spiritual essence of our companions. We're all in this. We are all in the dream, and we have the insight to see beyond the dream. And unless we do that, everything we see is a form, is a corrupted, is a form of corruption. And not just corruption, but is a form of darkness or
Death.
Of death. Yeah.
It's a death wish. We'll continue. I'm just changing this. So we'll continue the function. Hatred. It was made for in the service of death. So it was made by the ego in hatred, but it can be redeemed by the Holy Spirit, by the perfect love, if we give it that function, if we allow it. Okay. Such is the core of fear. Read the last one, Elaine.
Just in the alternative.
Just read it in both because it gives me time to edit.
Oh, okay.
Fear.
Such is the core of fear in every dream that has been kept apart from use by him who sees a different function for a dream. Such is the core of fear in every dream that has been kept apart from use by the remembrance of perfect love, which sees a different function for a dream.
Or the dream, shall we say?
For the dream. When dreams are shared, they lose the function of attack and separation, even though it was for this that every dream was made. When dreams are shared, they lose the function of attack and separation, even though it was for this that every dream was made. Yet nothing in the world of dreams remains without the hope of change and betterment. And here is not where changelessness is found. Let me be glad indeed that this is so, and seek not eternal in this world.
Oh, I cannot. That's just what was. I cannot.
Yeah.
I cannot find changelessness. Yeah. Yeah. So you'll never find what's changeless and eternal in this world. You have to overlook it to find it. Let me be glad indeed that this is so, and seek not the eternal in this world. Not seek the eternal in this world. Okay. And 5.
Letting go of dreams or means to step aside from dreaming of a world outside myself. And leading finally beyond all dreams unto the peace of everlasting life.
The eternal, shall we say? Capital L. Okay, just read that from the top in the alternative and then give a quick summary.
Such is the core of fear in every dream that has been kept apart from use by the remembrance of perfect love, which perceives a different function for these dreams. When dreams are shared, they lose the function of attack and separation, even though it was for this that every dream was made. Yet nothing in the world of dreams remains without the hope of change and betterment, for I cannot find changelessness here. Let me be glad indeed that this is so, and not seek the eternal in this world. Letting go of dreams is the means to step aside from dreaming of a world outside myself, and leading finally beyond all dreams to the peace of eternal life. So,
Yeah. What's he saying in that one?
well, we need to let go of the dreams that are outside of ourselves in order to let go of fear and suffering, and finally leading to the eternal, changeless world of perfect love.
Yeah. Very powerful stuff.
Yeah. So it's sharing our dreams with our companions, our true dreams.
Letting go of my attachment to the dreams. So shall we just look at the at the personalized executive summary.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just delaying my next meeting by 15 minutes. Okay, so let's go there. Screen. Okay, so John, if you want to read the personalized executive summary.
Within me there exists a sanctuary untouched by the world's illusions, where the eternal echoes and tranquility of the state of pure formless awareness reside. In this sanctuary, both the source and its extension are remembered, radiating peace. My very essence is intertwined with this eternal realm, ensuring that I remain untouched by fleeting worldly distractions. The profound peace of this timeless state envelops me, safeguarding the divine extension with it. Fantastic paragraph, actually.
Yeah, summary. No, that's straight out of ChatGPT.
And I'm not sure we've used the word sanctuary, have we?
I don't think so.
No, I don't remember it.
No, I mean, because it's got the whole English language at its disposal, so the summary doesn't have to include the same words as the original.
Yeah.
Summarizes it accordingly, you know. So
Yeah, but it's got the essence of. I mean, I like the word sanctuary there.
yeah, both the source and its extension remembered, radiating peace. My very essence is intertwined with this eternal realm, showing that I remain untouched by fleeting worldly distractions. Profound peace of this timeless state envelops me, safeguarding the divine extension that is my true self within. But I mean, it's got a very good grasp of what's being said, no doubt. Okay. Elaine, if you can read the next one.
The remembrance of perfect love bestows upon me the role of waiting for the awakening of the extension of pure formless awareness. By accepting the eternal nature within this extension, I discover my true peace and identity. The boundless love of the source reflects within the extension and me, serving as a constant reminder of our shared origin and purpose.
I'm just changing that to awakening to my identity as identity in this true self as the extension of perfect love. Accepting the eternal nature within this extension, I discover my true peace and the boundless love of the source, limitless, shall we say. This love of my source reflects in this extension and me, serving as a constant reminder of shared origin and purpose. It's to be still, listen, so I will be still, listen and understand our intertwined functions and the completeness we offer each other. So what's he saying in this one?
Well, it's just about the role of our awakening of our true self and accepting this eternal nature and extending it And this is where we discover our sanctuary, our peace, our true identity.
Yeah. Shimmer with its bestowed glory, bestowed magnificence. Okay. Next one.
My source's greatest gift is the realization that all extensions shimmer with its bestowed magnificence. This realization allows me to experience a peace that emanates from understanding the true nature of every being. It invites me to join hands with others in shared innocence, letting go of any illusions or harmful intentions, and embracing a unity that signifies completion.
Yeah. What's he saying in this one?
It's saying that Spirit's greatest gift is that our is that the essence of God is shining within everyone, and our true peace is to be perceived in that when we join with our companions in this space.
Yeah. So one of the key teachings of the Course is you connect with your source by connecting with your companions. And you perceive the essence in them, then you're perceiving it in yourself and unifying your awareness with your source. As you give to others, so you receive. It's a very simple message, but enormously powerful. That's why there's so much focus on the change of perception towards your brothers, your companions, that you must see them in the correct light. Otherwise, your awareness is blocked continuously. You're not in your true awareness then, in the source's awareness, if you're perceiving them from the ego's perspective. Which is why, love your neighbor is the corollary. Love your God with all your heart, mind, and soul was the first commandment Yeshua gave, and then he said, but you must love your neighbor as yourself as well. Because if you don't love your neighbor as yourself, then you won't be able to love God with all your heart, mind, and soul. You'll be splitting your mind again. So the two go, hand in glove. And this course is unique in spiritual teachings in some ways because it puts so much focus and emphasis on the relationships with your brothers and relates them continuously to the relationship with your source. It's like, well, these are the same. If you want to connect with your source, you need to see your brothers as one with you. Can't see them as separate, otherwise you disconnect from your source. Okay. So next one, recognize the unparalleled joy and peace.
Recognizing the unparalleled joy and peace that lies beyond the act of letting go, I aspire to bless and elevate others, viewing them as cherished extensions of the source. Holding on to negative or misguided perceptions hinders my path to eternal peace. Releasing such notions and extending my hand in friendship and understanding propels me towards true enlightenment.
Yeah. Again, there's a lot of it's added in something there, hasn't it? The translation, the summary. It's sort of brought, it's interpreted what he's saying correctly, I think, releasing such notions and extending my hand in friendship and understanding propels me towards, maybe we'll say unconditional love instead of understanding. Propels me towards true enlightenment. Yeah, I like that. So as I love others and I extend unconditional love, and that's my own enlightenment happening. And that's how it happens, largely. Okay. Last one, and then just a key message.
Every dream tainted by fear or separation is an opportunity for transformation when shared. While dreams might not epitomize eternal truths, acknowledging this impermanence allows me to find solace. By letting go of these fleeting illusions, I move closer to an everlasting peace, transcending dreams and touching the realm of eternal life.
Yeah, what's he saying here?
It's saying that every misperception that we have is an opportunity when given up, when let go, to transform ourselves and those around us and gain peace.
No.
I love the way he brings in these new words. I mean, epitomize, I think it's great.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's a high level, summarizing really well. I think this is a great summary. And I
Yeah.
think the summary brings in something else. It's like, okay, you've got to, by reading the summary, it frames it in a way that maybe wasn't quite obvious in the lesson or in the section.
Yeah,
So
it does. It
that's the
does.
value. We've got some really good, rich content now that is completely unique to this particular program, because it's been developed based on the translations. So you won't find it anywhere else, which is great. Yeah. So AI has some great benefits.
Yeah.
All right. Now just the key message, Elaine, if you can read that and summarize that.
Within me lies a sanctuary of eternal peace, untouched by the world's illusions. By accepting that I and my companions are extensions of pure formless awareness, I find unity and completeness. And by letting go of misconceptions and receiving pure formless awareness of perfect love in everyone, I journey towards everlasting peace and transcend my worldly dreams.
State of eternal peace in pure formless awareness, perfect love, transcend my worldly dreams. Okay, yeah, so just a quick, what's he saying there?
Well, it offers us just this sanctuary of eternal peace, untouched by the world's illusions, so we can see it for that. Then we're on our way home to pure formless awareness of perfect love that will just transcend all our worldly dreams and misconceptions and letting go, just letting go.
Yeah.
But it's accepting along with our companions. Yeah.
Yeah, freedom from the dream.
Yeah.
And again, it all comes down to letting go and seeing our brothers, our companions as we are on the same journey back to source. And then you can overlook, with that knowledge, you can overlook all the craziness and you had some difficulty today. So you can overlook that and go, well, actually, in context, given that this is true, and that actually means nothing. Can let it go.
Oh yeah. No, it's gone. It's all gone now.
Yeah. Yeah. And you feel that, that peace starting to arise in you. It's all okay. It's okay. That peace is still there. It always has been. I can't ever lose it. So whatever happens in the dream doesn't really matter, because I'm secure in that peace. And that's what he's pointing us to. Very beautifully. A lovely, lovely section.
It is.
Lovely language and passages, and great, well done to AI, because it's a great summary, I think, as well. Okay. Any other thoughts, comments, or questions on that? Shall we leave it there for today?
Yeah, that was very good. Thank you.
I'm good with that.
Okay. Yeah, excellent. So just looking ahead to tomorrow, shall we I'm spending the next 11 days doing a house sit, and Deborah and Gabriel are going to be around, so I'm available in the evening. So can we do an afternoon session at starting at 12:30? Okay.
Yeah, I'll maybe be a little later, but yeah,
I'll join if I can. I'm not quite sure what's happening tomorrow, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Join when you can. We'll probably go on till about 4. So
yeah.
see you then.
See you then.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank
All right.
you. Bye,
Thanks for
everyone.
joining.
Thanks, Jono.
Okay.
Thanks, Elaine.
Bye. Bye. Bye, John.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right. So that's the wrap for today. Thank you for joining, John and Elaine, and great session. Key message there is just let it all go, let go of your dreams, hold your companion's hand, and walk back to God, to the state of pure formless awareness, perfect love and eternal peace. So on that note, I wish you, much peace and love. Namaste, which means the true self that knows peace in me acknowledges and honors that same peaceful self in you. Peace.